get for trying to stream and do everything over this this connection. Oh well.
Okay, we're back.
Yes, we are.
All right. So you were saying, Aaron.
Sorry, I'll start back from the beginning. I think it is important for the group of us to work together and make sure that everyone's interests are addressed, especially because, Neo, you seem to have trouble bringing things to the group or acknowledging the help you've accepted.
So, I might put up a plan for everyone. If, Adele, your work isn't going to be pulling you away for at least past the market, we don't want to go into the hedge at night. We've learned that mistake already. And it's getting dark as we speak. So, I would suggest sleep the night, get some well rest in, leave early in the morning to find the Wrong Brothers and talk with them, get their help, maybe some advice, come back for the Samhain Festival in the evening, and then handle the next day as need be.
So,
I have no complaints.
I do not either. I will say, I said my looking into Nero's situation would not happen before the festival. Not necessarily other work engagements regarding the club.
That's fair.
But, no, I am absolutely in agreement, so.
Sorry. Aaron probably lost part of that sentence. Did you suggest going back in at night?
No, I said we don't want to go in at night. We've learned that mistake.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So the suggestion was sleep until the morning, leave early in the morning, go find the Wrong Brothers, and then come back for the Samhain Festival in the evening.
We have a whole night. What are we gonna do there?
Mira will. I think I'm understanding time correctly. Oh, are you not attending to the club tonight?
I don't think we open back up until.
No, your next scheduled opening is the day after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably day-to-day stuff, but...
Right. There's day-to-day operations and organization and stuff, but that sort of thing can be handled in between scenes, more or less, for the most part.
We don't all
right?
need to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like she's trying to hint that she doesn't have a job there.
Yes, I know. Adele is pointedly ignoring that fact.
That's fine.
So while this conversation is going on, Neil's going to pull out his phone and he's going to text his boss from his other job, asking him if he wants him to come in to help them out at the store, kind of so he can just kill time before he needs to go to sleep.
You get a pretty quick response back. Yeah, we've had some shipments come in, so we need some stock done, and yeah, we'll see how soon can you get here.
I'll message them on my way now, and I'll I'll just say, well, that was my other job calling. I have to get going, but I will see all of you in the morning. And he kind of just.
Do I get a sense that he initiated that?
Give me a wits and composure -2.
Okay.
Is there any way I can roll against that?
Yes, dexterity and subterfuge. If you're if you're actively contesting it, you don't have to do the -2 for that one, Aaron.
Okay.
Just wits and composure.
1.
Okay.
Shitty rolls today.
Yeah, no one's rolled more than one success today.
Is that only minus? Yeah, I'm gonna spend a weird power.
Oh, okay.
Because I have 0 in subterfuge. I completely forgot.
You still have to add the negative.
I mean, it does it automatically.
It'll automatically do it. Yeah. But yeah.
One success.
Yeah, you don't notice anything specific there, Mira.
1111001.
And
Binary
I
code.
am going to be specific that I am trying to use that roll I made earlier here.
Mhm.
If that's what you think is best.
And what are you trying to insinuate or accomplish by that statement?
She's trying to recall to him the importance of transparency and teamwork, and you're just heading off again.
Neofly, give me a...
But in a conversational way that empowers Neo to have agency to realize that himself.
Yeah. Neofly, I'm gonna want you to give me a... composure and empathy.
Okay.
This one, because you're actually trying to get him to realize something, you're going to have a +3 to this roll.
Mm-hmm.
That would be for me?
Yeah.
Composure and empathy +3.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
Oh, the guilt trip is strong with this one.
Okay.
But
not
not
in a-
judging
but not-
you. I'm just
but not in a
disappointed.
but not in a judgmental way, just in a... So yeah, you made some great progress. It kind of seems like you're losing some of that progress, like now.
It's the thing that therapists do where they're like, so what's your plan? And you say something they don't like, and they're like, that sounds like a great strategy. You've really been considering what we thought of today. Hint. Hint.
Adele's eyes just slightly go.
Narrow.
If I notice that, I'll give Adele a sort of friendly smile.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because I'm
So
helping.
Smile back.
Neofly feels that in his heart, but somewhere in the back of his mind, he goes back to before he was a changeling, and he remembered that Mama ain't raised no quitter. So he just lifts a thumb up, and he just walks up.
He does actually have a mundane job to do.
And this is...
All right. So, anybody else doing anything else for the evening specific before we fast forward to the next morning where you guys are getting ready to do a hedge expedition?
Lark wants to go shopping for an outfit for tomorrow night.
Okay.
Yes!
Does anybody... Is Lark open to accompaniment?
Yeah, no, she's gonna mention, well, I have a date tomorrow night. Anyone want to go shopping with me?
Yes.
I love it.
Mira, you see a definite opportunity
Yeah.
here. Mm,
Yeah.
cool.
In the process of Neo doing his shipment, he's going to try to take some time to use it as a workout session.
Okay.
I don't know. Just to keep his cardio and stamina up.
Give me a stamina and athletics. Mm.
Okay. Stamina's... Please don't be bad. Oh my god. 1 success.
All right. Yep. No, you're able to find the opportunity to utilize the work they have for you, which is mostly lift, haul, and carry. And yeah, you definitely get some workout in. There's definitely some aerobic that's happening.
Okay. Cool.
Meanwhile, so out of the 5 girls, 3 of them are going shopping, or any of the
Adele
others?
looked like she
I'll
was
invite
about to...
the others.
Adele looked like she was about to excuse herself to do something else, but when Mira decided to go with, she's like, wonderful, let's go.
Great. It's always great to do everything with friends.
Yes.
I can give you a mechanical benefit to shopping for dresses.
I'm so excited.
Well, while the 4 of you go on a bit of a Mean Girls expedition, I need to go and actually find some fabric real quick, because I've got an outfit. I just need to do a little bit of alteration.
Boo,
As
you
I Google
whore.
when did Mean Girls come out real quick.
1994, 7, 9, 8, I don't know, I'm
2004.
old!
2004.
Came out.
Paige,
Fuck!
if you need
So
help
it
with
would have
that,
been after she was in Arcadia.
Yeah.
Yes.
if you need help with that, Paige.
But I almost feel like even in Arcadia, it probably
knew
made the
what
rounds.
Oh, it's definitely
Fine.
That's a no-brainer.
No, I was
Instant
just
class.
trying to see if my character would get the reference, but okay.
I'm
was
going to make a
required-
storyteller decision here that Mira definitely gets the reference. That can either be
Okay.
because of the fact that she's seen it since she's been back, or because it actually made the rounds in Arcadia.
Can I make a player decision that it was something where the first or second house she was at sat her down and was like, okay, so you need to watch this?
Right.
Given you.
Right, pretty much. That definitely
Okay.
makes sense. Yep. They saw her for they had interacted with her for about 10 minutes, and then we're like, we have a film you must watch now.
Let me tell you about Regina George.
Okay.
Oh.
So big 'cause it's full of seat.
All
and
right.
Liz asked Phaedra a question. He's like,
Yeah.
actually, if you find a little bit of what's the coloration that would be called? Little bit of a darker than blood crimson. I could use some more of that fabric.
Okay. Shiny, soft,
Matte.
stretchy,
Soft.
matte. Okay. Yes. How much?
Just a bolt would probably be good. I'll have some more for later.
Okay. Shopping.
All right. So you guys head out shopping, the four of you. What are you looking for, Lark?
What is the dress code for the thing?
Nothing's been announced yet. Given that it's an official court ceremonial celebration, you feel like formal is good, iconic is better. Changeling appearance and dress code tends towards just the more extreme, the better. Unless you're Winter Court, of course. But this is Autumn Court. This is Samhain. This is Halloween. They're going to be looking for creepy, the creepy end of flashy, almost in a sense. Is your guess?
Okay.
And also spatter-proof.
Something that can shed a stain fairly easily might not be inadvisable. Adele will definitely probably be able to at least offer that much guidance.
All right.
I have a good-
I guess she's gonna go to where the stores are then.
Okay. All right. I'm going to make this a street intelligence or wits and streetwise from anybody who wants to see what they can find. And
Yes.
So
if
yeah.
Mira is helping, you get a 9 again on this.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mira is helping, and being a team player and playmate is in effect.
What was it was intelligence, wits, and what?
Either intelligence and streetwise or wits and streetwise, one of the two.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, I do have a dot now. Yay. Otherwise, that wouldn't help. Alright. 2 successes.
One.
Okay.
This is deeply excited.
So there's a number of dress shops in the area, and they all have the appropriate sort of names to go with them. Whether it's somebody's first name and last name, just an abstract word, that sort of thing. So you guys eventually find yourselves in a place called Brightside. And you walk in the door, and it's about 8 p.m. right about now. So they are working their way towards closing. And as you step inside, it is definitely a contemporary, hand-picked type boutique. Plenty of brand name stuff, plenty of not brand name stuff as well. Apparels, accessories, even a little home decor section. You can find that there's a wide selection here. So what are you looking for? There's a couple of girls that are manning the floor, and they start approaching you with, what do you need? What can we help you with? You have an event, colors, styles. Or are you going to just T-pose and let these girls dress you?
I will ignore them and go straight for, I am looking for a, like a formal suit type of thing. So Liz is an interesting person, and Liz wants a suit like the one that Gail had. Because she was jealous that she got it.
Oh.
Okay.
Jack, if you don't remember, that was the day we...
So, this is a mundane shop. They don't sell any hedge spun here. But if you're looking for something along the lines, or something at least tangentially evocative of what the mask of Gail's hedge spun looked like, so you're looking for the dark... They have some dark faux furs kind of set up. Nothing that screams, hey, we murdered a fey otter and built an entire outfit out of its pelts. But
darn it. Okay.
Right, yeah. But they've got some things that are at least similar in nature.
All right. Yeah. So I'm trying those on.
Yeah, as you're looking at jackets, slacks, coats, blouses, that sort of thing.
I want a dramatic jacket.
Okay, yeah. They have a number of very dramatic jackets in blacks and grays, and you're looking at this, and you're suddenly realizing, wow, this outfit is going to cost more than several months' rent for some people.
Yeah. I want it though.
Lark, what are you looking for?
Lark's gonna ask for something one of a kind. It's gonna make her stand out.
So they'll give Lark a once over, and then they'll gesture for you to come into the back where like the panel mirror setups are and that sort of thing. And they'll start bringing out a number of different options. The first one is primarily golds with some white accents to it. Kind of a sheath dress sort of thing where it's definitely a contour. And you have just they start bringing accessories to go with it. Jewelry, necklaces, earrings, that sort of thing, and they say it's a local designer who made this line, and this is what they first thought of when they saw you come in.
Okay. I'm afraid to ask, how much is it?
You're looking at probably about $3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have someone in the party who has maximum resources.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unlimited money.
Not even remotely unlimited money.
Oh, well, in that case, Jack, I would like to start acquiring Fox's resources. I'm going to outbid both Disney and Comcast.
Okay.
Can that be the premise of a World of Darkness season? You are powerful characters trying to get all of Fox's shit.
That would be a vampire chronicle.
Yep.
Oh man.
And vampire or not, it would be the dullest chronicle
It
of
would
all
be
time.
so boring.
Why does everyone say that? I'm a boring person who wants boring. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be doing all the economic simulation you could possibly want once we start the Warcraft campaign.
It's not an economic simulation that I want.
So Lark's gonna take the dress and go up to Adele.
Okay.
So, could you maybe,
And without even question, the card comes out.
Swoop.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right. So Lark has found a dress. Liz is trying on as many emo things as she can possibly find. But it's the elegant end of the emo spectrum. It's the lethal end of the emo spectrum. So.
I've reached the point where I'm clutching a thing and just staring at it, and I'm having a crisis.
Give me a resolve and composure.
Okay. One success.
So you are sitting there just staring at this ensemble that you've sort of got collected for yourself off the racks. And one of those shop girls comes up to you and says, "Wow, that is a unique setup that you've put together there. We do have payment plans if you and she just lets the statement hang.
Over in the corner, there will be no payment plans. We will be walking out of the store with it now.
No, I'm fine. No, I'm good. I put most of it back.
What do you keep out?
I keep the dramatic jacket.
Okay.
It's like a tailored jacket. Really, yeah.
Yep. It is an almost perfect fit for you. You know you're going to have to alter it yourself just a bit, but you're fairly confident in your abilities to do so.
I'm good. I hug it. And then bring it up.
So Liz has a new best friend jacket.
Yep.
And that is added to the pile along with Lark's accoutrement. Is anybody else picking up anything else here?
Do I get the sense this is the only store we'll be going to, or do I get the sense we might go to somewhere slightly cheaper?
Ladies?
We need to go to a fabric store.
All right.
There is a Joanne Fabric about, I'll say, 7 or 8 blocks away. You have about half an hour before they close.
That's fine. I can probably do this fairly quick. So first thing I'm going to do is probably talking to one of the store attendants, trying to describe to her, I like light colors, but it's a little bit of a formal event, though I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to get someone's beer on me. You know what I mean?
They're going to start asking you about, do you want strapless, spaghetti?
Yeah. And as I'm doing that, I'm sort of glancing around and hopefully see something that's got like a very cinched waist, the kind of thing most people can't get away with.
Oh, they have those.
Yeah.
They have those in spades.
Do you mind if I try that one on along with whatever they're recommending?
Yeah, they'll put together a quick ensemble that more or less
And I
meets your...
want to leverage the fact that as a changeling, my ribcage has been physically shrunken to a certain extent to jealousy these girls.
Okay,
Or one of them,
all right,
you know.
all right. Give me
Hey,
a...
look! Adele found what she's been looking for at this shop.
What Nero was up to?
Manipulation.
Give me a manipulation and expression.
This is wonderful. The entire thing is beautiful.
Fuck you, I need glamour bad. No, I'm not spending anything on this. I don't have any resources. So yeah, manipulation and expression.
Yep.
1 success?
Okay, you pull a glamour off of a very jealous shop girl, who, granted, almost looks like she could pull this off herself, but she can tell you're going to pull it off better.
Also,
and the fact that she's only almost there makes it worse.
I am a clearly physically fit person who can pull this off. Because I've got 4 dots in stamina.
Yep.
I am a healthy individual pulling off your waist.
Yes. Yes, you are.
So yeah. Cool. I get 1 glamour. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, and
as you do this, you can feel just, and it is a fairly faint tinge. You know, you absorb it right up. But you're looking around. You're like, yeah, this would probably be easier to do around people who are a little more susceptible to this kind of thing, and don't sort of. Yeah, because you're looking at them and you're like, yeah, no, as far as these girls are concerned, they pretty much have their shit together.
Yeah.
So it's going to be harder to pull jealousy off of them than somebody else.
It's mostly a matter of I want to make sure we get everywhere before things close.
Yep.
So yeah, second thing is probably I am... Without necessarily telling them this, I'm trying to angle for something on the more inexpensive end.
Okay.
Because I get the sense Adele doesn't like me very much, so using her wallet might not be the best way to endear myself to her.
Give me a manipulation and persuasion, then.
Cool.
And I'll give you a +1 on this.
I am so much better at manipulation and persuasion, it's not even funny. But only 2 successes.
2 successes, they definitely are... They swap out 1 or 2 pieces. It still has a very similar kind of vibe to it, but that has dropped the price by probably about 15% or so. Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, this would be a 2-dot purchase.
Okay, so...
Which you get from the Motley Pledge. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I have that from the Motley.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, no, it is.
I assume I got the benefits when I swore in.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
So yeah, you've got enough on whatever card was purchased for you to have the effects, and yeah.
I know this isn't how it works, but I like the idea that as soon as you make the pledge, just a big pile of money just drops out of the sky.
Thunk. Put it in a bag.
What was it for historical changelings who were before the time of credit cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't make that deal because you didn't use that, because if you did, then you got crushed by gold pieces.
Yep, it's true.
It's like piles of gold coins falling on your head.
You realize the terminal velocity of a golden crown falling from the sky?
It was basically
that
you
shit
make
hurts.
the pledge and then everybody immediately breaks hands and runs
for cover. Yep.
Exactly. It's like dropping a penny off the Eiffel Tower. That's what that
Okay,
is.
fair enough.
Motherfucker's gonna hurt. But yeah, so you're able to put together it's kind of their discount clearance rack, but still, you're gonna make it work. And then you guys head to the fabric shop, where you are definitely able to find a wide selection of materials that you think would fit Phage's requests.
Okay. I get a bunch of them. Yes. And also some more supplies. Because I'm going to alter this jacket thing.
Okay. All right. So having acquired the raw materials that you also had requested, anything else for the evening, or are we skipping ahead to the next morning?
Oh, Phage has her alterations to do on the outfit that she's going to do.
Okay.
So.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence and crafts.
Because basically, she grabs the outfit that she had left the hedge with, which was very much, it was sort of designed to accentuate and show off her figure in a way that was very painful and uncomfortable, because it was supposed to be rendering her an object.
Right.
And is basically going to make it her own. So like that sort of that very long like waistcloth in the center, she's going to like add claw marks and distress to it. Any areas where it's designed to be painfully tight, she's going to add seams and rips open, and then add some more fabric to let it out. Sort of continue to accentuate her figure, but make it more something that is the way she wants it, and less because it's painful.
Sure.
Intelligence crafts, and she's going to spend the willpower on that.
All right.
Because she wants this to work. 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah. No. You spend a few hours, and there's still a bit of work needs to be done on it. That once Liz gets back with the extra materials, you'll have what you need. But over the course of the evening, you're able to make the alterations that you're looking for. And yeah, it's a lot more, as Phage sets it back and looks at it, there's still the markings of her durance on it. There's still a strong level of elements that are very much present, but there's enough of the change that she is beginning to see this as something that is now hers. And yes, you are shaped by your past, and your past never entirely leaves you, and the marks that it puts on you are something that you will carry with you for quite some time, if not forever. But you're putting your own changes to work here in a way that feels very liberating.
And she's sort of changing the theme from slave girl to wild girl, because there's a lot of like intentional distress and damage going on it that is very, very much the thing that she wants it to look like.
Yeah, no, it's going from Leia's bikini to more of a red Sanya kind of archetype at this point. So yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Actually, when Neofly gets back from work, he is going to want to do something with his outfit that he also got back from his durance. He's going to want to take the mask, and actually put it on the coat that he wears, kind of more as a hood, not something that he has to like physically put on, but just every time he puts the hood on, the mask is there. So he's going to want to try to attempt that.
All right. Give me that's going to be an intelligence and crafts as well.
Okay.
And this is just the initial analysis for it, as far as what you have on hand as in terms of tools and stuff. This is your diagnosis roll, more or less. Figure out what you need and how you're going to put this together.
1 success.
Okay. You're starting to come up with some ideas on how you might be able to do this. You feel like it might be helpful to consult with Liz, who you know is very good with her hands, to get the ideas. You're fairly confident that with enough time and the right tools, because your mask is not cloth. It's made of a series of various materials. There's metallic bits, there's wooden bits, and things like that as well. There's even some glass fractals and stuff, especially over the eyepieces and things of that nature, to where you're starting to think, all right, yeah, this is going to take some doing, and maybe a little bit of advice from somebody, and you'll definitely have to pull together some tools and resources to make this happen. But you're starting to narrow down how you think it can be done. And the other thing that occurs to you is you're going to go see a pair of self-proclaimed tinkers and artisans and inventors tomorrow. They might have something that could help with this as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm just going to kind of grab some paper and a pen and kind of just write the ideas that I have down, kind of sketch it out, and then just hold it off until morning to see if if I can get any assistance from either Phageless or the Wrong Brothers.
Definitely. All right.
Listen. No.
Liz is going to spend as much time as possible, because usually if she's going to fall asleep, she's going to try and push herself into a nice dream as soon as possible. But she's going to stay up late and work on this jacket to make it more, because she couldn't spend that money, but she wants to improve the jacket of dramaticness,
all right,
by adding a bunch of beads and like loops on the back and embroidering up the sleeves in sort of feather patterns.
All right. And Mira, what are you up to?
Once everyone's sort of getting back to their rooms and off, I'm gonna try and seek out Adele.
Okay.
Cool.
There's a very light knock on the door.
One moment.
Of course.
About 30 seconds. Door opens.
How wide does it open? Okay. So
enough that she can stick her full upper body.
You can see a few spiders inside.
No, that tracks. I'm kind of surprised she doesn't carry them around in the open bits of her flesh.
I mean,
if they come along, they come along. That's up to them.
Okay.
I don't tell them what to do. Sorry.
I was hoping we could talk for a little bit.
Of course. She doesn't move.
I was under the assumption you'd prefer privacy, but...
Yes, I suppose. And she shuts the door. She steps out, shuts the door behind her.
Yeah. I will let Adele decide where we go in the house, but...
Anywhere that doesn't have other people. A backyard, probably.
Works. I take responsibility, even though there were circumstances I don't think any of us could have controlled, but I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot.
Oh. I thought we got off on exactly the correct foot. But very well. How do you say?
I really do want to be helpful and make sure that everyone is safe.
I'm sure that you do.
I don't mean to pry or intrude, and I understand that even with our new connections, it can feel like information is being divulged to an outsider.
Oh, no. No, it's not that at all. No, everything is fine as far as that goes. you're not an outsider. You are locked in with us now.
That is quite
Not
the way to
locked
put
in
it.
with you.
I mean, I was thinking more like contract, but like a cell phone contract. But yes.
She seems to take the other meaning and be completely fine with it.
That's right.
I'll be honest.
Welcome
with
to
you.
our crack house, which has a key on the door.
Yes, it does.
Not a literal key, a representation of a key. That's creepier, if more secure, at least. We don't just nail a key to the door to the wall.
Then again, we're changelings. It's entirely possible that would be a secure way to lock a door.
Okay. No, we're everything is just fine as far as that goes. I'm not concerned about what information you may know or may learn. Because I know you could never harm me with it.
That is quite true. You're very strong. But
So, magical contract.
I don't mean to assume, but you seem still hesitant, and I want to do what I can to make you as comfortable as possible.
She pauses a second. It's like, I have a question. Have you ever studied animals as a group, like animal society?
Only from a medical perspective.
Behavioral?
Of course, you can't treat what you don't understand.
So, do you know you're then familiar with the situation where you can get a situation where, say, I can't think of a specific, I'm not a biologist, but let's just use it's on my mind at the moment, spiders. If you get two particular spiders that are in an area who have the same skill, the same nature, they don't necessarily get along. There's not necessarily anything that can be done about that. It's just what they are.
Mean Girls analogy rings ever truer.
I didn't realize that you felt that way.
It's quite all right. It's not. There's nothing wrong. I am not. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel concerned.
Let me reassure you that I am, even if similar, a different kind of spider. One that enhances whatever webs you are spinning.
I appreciate you saying that. That said, you only need to be assured if you do feel threatened. I'm not. It's fine. Everything is wonderful.
Of course. If you ever have reason to have concern, I'm sure you're not afraid of much. But if you have things you need anyways, please just let me know. I'd be happy to help.
Don't worry, if anything comes up, you will be, I am certain.
How much is she fucking lying to my face right now?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not even a little.
Yeah.
It's not lying. It's an implicit threat.
Okay. It's actually meant to be a threat. All right.
I mean, a benign one, but yeah, a little bit.
So sort of frown. I was hoping we could head that off, but
I don't think it's going to happen. I would have to feel threatened in that.
of course, whatever makes you comfortable. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make everything comfortable and easy.
I'm happy that you feel that.
She'll sort of smile. Think about what I've said. And I'll head off.
Okay.
All right. The rest of the night proceeds without incident. You guys are able to get as much rest as you need. How late does Liz stay up?
Depends. It depends on how long it takes her to finish the thing. She wants to finish it. Probably slightly too late.
Okay. But you are able to make the alterations that you were interested in.
Okay.
And everybody who manages to get a full night's sleep, Liz included, will get a point of willpower back.
And my 1 lethal damage from 2 nights ago goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
I probably should have taken a look at that. Yay!
How early were you guys planning on trying to get up the next morning?
Never stated.
Phage intends to wake up relatively early because she wants to maximize how much time they've got to deal with the wrong brothers. And basically, once she did her alterations with the extra cloth that Liz would have brought her, she would have gone straight to bed. So she'd probably be the first one awake.
Okay.
Especially since time can be wonky in the head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Neo's probably gonna wake up, I would say around maybe 5 to kind of get a cardio session in.
Okay.
And so he'd probably be awake at that time.
You get up, you go for a run. You are mercifully not followed by any of your other Motley members this time.
We stayed up until like 2 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Liz, you sleep as long as you possibly can until the noises of the house and people up and moving around and doing things make it impossible. Lark, you are awoken probably around 9 or so, because it was a late night.
All right.
By a tapping on your window.
She'll go to the window. Do I see anything?
Yes, you see a rather large raven tapping on the window.
He's awake.
She will open the window.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're looking mighty fine this morning.
Thank you.
I was in the neighborhood and I saw you guys had set up a nest here, so I thought I'd reintroduce myself introduce myself for the first time to the premises and reintroduce myself to the inhabitants. How's everything going?
Interesting.
Is your shitty-ass friend still here?
Which one?
The dead one.
Oh, yes, she's here.
Which side of the building is her room on?
Larko Point, whichever direction.
Okay, I'll stay away from that then. Anyway, but yeah, still around. If you need anything, just let me know.
Oh, you're welcome to come in if you like.
Do you have anything dead and good of eating?
Would Lark know if they have anything dead?
I mean, you guys don't usually keep carrion lying around the house. You definitely have things that you're
We
pretty
have a
sure he could
chicken carcass.
metabolize.
Aside from Adele's friends.
I was gonna say, there's probably plenty that's good to eat in a certain room, but
You're thinking you could probably find something that Drummond might appreciate.
We could probably find something for you.
Well then, lead the way.
All right. She'll go down to the kitchen for now. 'Cause
Okay.
that's where the food is.
Yep. He will follow. It's a series of like sort of short hop glides that he uses to make his way around the house. Just from point to point, and you can tell almost as soon as he comes inside, he's a little uneasy because these are very narrow corridors as far as he's concerned for his comfort. But he'll follow you down to the kitchen.
Fade's probably already down there making breakfast for everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Ah, there you are, Drummond. It's good to see you.
I was invited in for food.
Ah, well, let me see if I can find something dead for you. And I go and look for some, like, meat, preferably raw, that can be warmed up.
Yeah, there's a few things. He'll kind of glance around. So what the shit is all this stuff, anyway?
Lodgings for people with only 2 legs and no wings.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, that's a general... What's that white thing?
It's a refrigerator.
Oh, what's that
Keeps
mean?
things cold.
To what? Oh, like ice. Okay.
Yeah, like ice. Also, stop stuff from spoiling for those of us that don't like to eat things that are spoiled.
I was getting ready to say, why would the fuck would you want to do that? But okay.
As I'm warming up some raw meat for him.
How are you warming it?
Probably just boiling water so it doesn't actually like burn too much. Like just running it with hot water.
Okay. Oh, well, that's... I mean, it's not quite 3 days on a sun-baked stone, but sure, that seems... He's kind of mildly intrigued in a slightly skeptical sort of way.
Like, she's specifically thawing it out, not cooking it, because
Right.
she knows you would prefer it raw.
Yeah. But yeah, and he will just kind of glance around, hop from counter to chair to table to the top of the fridge.
You know, you could just perch on a moving target, and it'd be a little bit easier to get around.
Then I don't get to pick where I'm going, but I appreciate
fair.
the invitation. No, I've got a good vantage point from up here. Miss Lark, what are you doing the rest of the day?
Heading into the hedge for a bit.
Oh dear gods.
Yeah, I
Okay,
feel
well
like we're all
then
going
I
into the
won't.
hedge.
Nope. Don't die. Have fun. In that order.
Well, that's why we're all going in together.
Probably smart. Yep, quite intelligent of all of you. And as soon as the food is ready, he will bolt it down in about 3 swallows.
Yep.
Right
if
about
I
now,
notice-
Neofly is getting back, and Mira is definitely up and about too.
When Neo gets back, he's gonna head straight to go take a shower,
Okay.
and he's going to be taking a cold shower, not just any normal cold shower. I'm not sure if you've ever seen videos of athletes who
Yeah.
go into ice baths
Mhm.
to cool their muscles down,
Yeah.
that kind
He's
of
going
cold
he's
shower.
going for as much of a shot cool as he can get at this point. Yeah, which is it's definitely not ice cold. It's moderately cold, but city water and crack house.
Exactly.
We can only get so many amenities off a fancy credit card. Being a swimmer, she'll just kind of roll her eyes at that sort of machismo approach. And if she sees Drummond, she'll... I assume this is your friend from the other day?
Oh, yes.
Good morning.
Drummond, this is
Morning.
Mira. Mira, this is Drummond.
Delighted. I don't think we've met before.
No, we haven't. What's your deal?
Oh, I'm just extra help around the house and wherever else.
Oh, well, help is good to have. Are you going into the hedge with these highly intelligent beings?
Oh, you're
If
going to
that's
love
where-
why we're going into the hedge. We got to go make some deals with hobgoblins.
Does everybody have a death wish around here?
From my perspective, I think that in the long term, it's less suicidal for me to stick with these folks and make sure they don't get themselves killed, than to stay stranded out here on my own.
All right, I can see that.
So if they insist on going somewhere dangerous, I intend to help them.
I still feel like... Well, I don't know. It's very odd.
Don't worry. I already made sure that nobody had any plans of going in at night. Had that problem once already.
Yeah, we were kind of attacked.
Well, I'm glad you're not doing that then, yes. That would be a big problem.
But that was how we met the hobgoblins that we're going to have conversations with.
Oh, yeah? Well...
You wouldn't happen to know them, would you? You were from the hedge, the Wrong Brothers.
Let me make him a roll for him.
After Neo finishes the shower, he's just going to change back into his weaver's outfit that he came from when he was in the hedge, because the thing that he needs to talk to the Wrong Brothers about. And then he's going to head to the kitchen.
Oh, the
Do I
the
spot-
noisy boys. Yes, no, they... Yes, yep, yep. Nearly ended up on the wrong side of a couple of target practice sessions of theirs, at least once or twice. Because they don't know how to just leave decent folk the fuck alone.
Well, you seem to have come out in one piece.
Uh-huh. Well, with that being the case, I'd better be back about my business. I do have an appointment with a small murder down by the harbor, so... I don't want to be
Have a
late to that.
lovely day with whichever kind of murder you're talking about.
Oh, there's only about 6 of them. I'll be fine.
Well,
Do I get to come into the kitchen before he goes?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can be there right about now.
I'm
Okay.
hoping that me and Adele walk in at the same time.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
The two of you
Have
walk
fun.
in about
Have
the same
fun.
time. Drummond just
Have
looks.
fun with the murders.
Hello, Drummond.
Fuck off, bitch.
It's lovely to see you too. I hope that your day is going well.
I don't believe you. You're a shit.
We had one conversation.
That was not
That
a
went-
fucking conversation, you
Oh.
unbearable twat.
It was
Well-
a conversation. If you choose to call it something else,
I call it
That
a
is your
fucking
prerogative.
assault.
we're not into. Anyways, what's for dinner or breakfast or what time is it?
It's breakfast
It's
time.
breakfast.
Morning.
It's breakfast. Good morning, all. And I blithely walk off.
Drummond, have fun becoming the Raven King of Baltimore.
Mira
It's a
manages
process.
to keep a straight face through that conversation.
Neil's just chuckling the whole time.
If someone would be so kind as to open a window.
I open the window.
Okay.
I
Lark and
I
Phage
open
both
the
open
window
windows.
and hold the door, and leave my hand next to the sill.
He ignores your window pointedly and heads out Lark's.
3 people open a window.
Who do you like best?
Some point, get some serious.
And
So
meanwhile, Phage
everybody is
starts
up and feeding.
handing out. Phage starts handing out breakfast, which is probably all things considered, like honeyed, like mostly like starches and stuff to make sure that it's like food that'll last you for a while, but it has just enough sugar to make sure that you've got energy to get started.
I'm tired, hungry. Dang it.
Well, that's what the
Thanks,
honey's
William.
for. It'll wake you up.
Oh, okay. Morning.
Morning, dear. We had a visit from Drummond.
What?
He's here and he's been gone.
He doesn't like Adele.
Not at all.
No.
He is so sensitive.
No.
It's
I would
fine.
hit you if you tried to murder me.
I did not try to murder anybody. I threatened to murder. There is a difference.
Are you talking like the congregation of crows, or are we talking the making of corpses?
Stab repeatedly with my switchblade.
All right.
As the condition was, if he was able to convince me that there was no reason to worry about him being a threat to us, I would not. He managed to do so. I let him go. Problem solved. I don't understand what he's so sensitive about. I really don't.
Why was he here?
I think he was just stopping by because he was in the neighborhood. So,
Yeah, he came to my window and I let him in.
are you okay, Liz?
Maybe.
I'm gonna give her a hug. It's
She's
hard.
not. She does not seem entirely convinced yet.
Yeah.
Even with the hug.
I know it's hard, especially when someone close to you who is having trouble and they don't trust you. But it does seem like he can't by. There's still a chance to make things up.
He seems to be fine with all of us, just not Adele.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
Would you like us to let you know next time he's here?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Look around the room.
All right. Well, everyone gets your fill of breakfast, and then we've got to journey into dangerous, uncharted territory.
All right. So food is had. The hollow is opened. You guys have ample time to bring with you anything that you might need. Nero comes down to breakfast looking haggard. He mumbles something about having done some dream work last night and needing some real sleep.
You know what? You get some sleep, Nero. We'll be gone most of the day, but we'll be back in time for the party in the evening.
And he pauses for a minute. Sleeping in the hollow. Yeah. And he will go up, or follow you guys up, I should say. You all breach through the door, the gate into the hollow. Nero strides directly over to the bed of pine needles and ferns that you guys still have in here, and just lays himself down and starts snoring.
Okay.
Don't die, buddy.
We have security here.
Look out for wolves.
Those can't climb. And the rest of you step out onto the terrace. Your little elevator is still intact and functional. Phage, what's your current emotional state at the moment?
A little excited, actually.
Okay. And you guys descend down towards the Trod, that little trail that, even with the dynamic and psychoactive nature of the hedge, still remains more or less clear and headed in a consistent direction every time you guys see it.
I still remember the direction that the hedge had showed me last time I asked.
Yes, you remember that, and the Trod technically dead ends here, and you just need to, know that, yeah, I walked down this way, and it's within a couple hours at the most, I think.
All right, let's get walking.
I pat Nero's head before we leave.
Bye, have fun. Don't die. I'll hear you if you scream.
Sleep well. And I go down.
Okay.
Push everything away and have pleasant dreams.
Gives you a thumbs up.
Right.
Phage kind of
Wrong
very,
brothers.
very notably just slides the brass knuckles on in case she needs them.
Okay. As you guys begin to walk down the Trod, the thorns are thick and dense on either side, but they quiver a bit. There's a faint vibration to them. There's very little breeze, no wind that would be causing this motion. And occasionally one of them will sort of make a brief darting motion as if to reach out and grab you, but they always stop short, don't quite make contact. You walk for a bit more than an hour, keeping an eye out, very much on edge. You're going far deeper into the hedge than you ever have before. But you're coming out in force. You all brought whatever weapons you thought you might need with you, and you're staying as alert as possible. And after a bit more than an hour, the dense thicket gives way to reveal a weather-beaten metal sign about 2 feet in diameter that simply says "Wrong" on it. And off to the left is a narrow, cobble-studded pathway bearing the scent of smoke and sharp metallic odors drifting down it towards you. It's a low tunnel that's been carved out through the thorns, barely tall enough to admit even the shortest members of your motley. But it's pretty clearly indicated which direction you're supposed to go.
Head towards that direction and just kind of, because this area seems like it's under their control, and seems like it's mostly protected by them, just kind of, Oswald, Wilhelm, either of you here?
Anybody who's traversing down the path, I need you to roll a dexterity and athletics. Phage, you're at a -1 because you've got the giant merit, right?
I do not have the giant merit, actually.
you don't?
I wanted to
Okay.
take it, but I didn't have the experience for
Okay,
it.
so just straight dexterity and athletics for everybody.
Okay.
Hey, I got one.
Okay.
3.
3.
Let's
1.
see.
2.
Well, a few things I'm legitimately fairly good at. 3.
Mine didn't roll. There we go. Ooh.
Nobody's
2.
gotten 0, so that's good. That's a good sign.
Okay. So Adele, you got 1. You take 2
Yes.
bashing damage from the thorns.
Okay. Okay.
Neofly, you got 1. You also take 2 bashing. Liss and Phage, you guys only take 1. Mira and Lark are able to dodge the thorns entirely along the way. And you find yourselves in front of what can only be described as a hedge workshop. It's a large accretion of various structures appearing as though built in sequence as more manufacturing space was needed, and you can definitely hear the sounds of manufacturing going on inside. Bangs of metal, a whoosh of steam, and a steel placard over the door reads, Bellum se ipsum allet.
Any of you speak Latin?
I might.
Intelligence and academics, anybody who wants to give it a try?
I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna make the chance roll.
Okay.
I will not.
Because I want to botch this. Be funny.
I have established that she does not know Latin.
Oh, I don't actually have academics. There we go.
Just a failure.
Science instead.
No, I don't think my specialty is.
0. Oh wait, no, it would be
Zero?
It'd be a
a
chance
Never
roll
mind.
for
Let me
for
re-roll
Liz.
that. Yep.
There's
Let me
zero
re-roll it.
successes for me. Because I don't think my specialty would apply in this
Yeah, no,
situation.
especially wouldn't apply.
Woo!
Oh, Liz, with the success
Ooh.
on the chance roll.
Yeah.
I got 2.
And 2 for Adele. Yeah, Adele and Liz are able to parse it out. War feeds itself.
Mm.
And then the other thing you guys notice is that there's a little pull chain that's leading up to an iconically designed steam whistle right next to the door.
The
I
like
wanna
the
pull it.
iconic like cap and anchor, like looks like a frown kind of steam whistle.
No, the cylindrical
Yes.
with the notch cut out of it and the little cone on top.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like
Yeah.
it had like the cylinder looks like it has a little bit of a cap and a bit of a frown with a
Yeah.
notch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The
Yep.
Steamboat Willie one? Yeah. So who wants to take a
I
pull
want
at
to
this?
pull it.
Yeah, Liz is right on that. Gives it a yank. There's a piercing whistle that cuts through the duller sounds of manufacturing. And after a moment, you feel kind of a vibration. Periodic. You imagine that if one of you was holding a glass of water, you'd be getting the Jurassic Park ripples in this right about now. And then the door, boom, bangs open from a large fist, and Oswald's head peers out.
Hey Oswald!
And that
Good to
fist
see ya.
just kind of beckons. And he turns and starts stumping off his way back inside the workshop.
Yep, Phage follows after.
Yeah.
As you follow his receding figure, and he's still wearing that very tightly cut button up shirt with the sleeves rolled up over his biceps, the sort of oversized chauffeur's cap on his head, looking for all the world dressed as though his physiology is, of course, not even remotely human, but he's wearing all of the accoutrement of, you know, the early Victorian era driver for the estate kind of wardrobe. And he leads you through a few narrow corridors to where Wilhelm, the much smaller one, is tinkering with a number of gears from an assembly that is strewn hither and yon across a series of benches. And he pulls off a pair of gloves and turns to look at all of you his eyes lighting on each of you individually. A little bit of a quirk as he sees Mira, who's unfamiliar to him. Ah, meine Freunde! It has been many days since we saved deine Arsche, yes? You have finally taken invitation to help with the projects here.
Ah, it's good to see you, Wilhelm. Actually, we were actually looking to see if we could trade a favor for a favor.
Hey, favor for favor. This we can definitely do. Yes, we have such many things that are being made here, but most today we are needing help with. I need somebody to roll me a d6.
Yep,
I'll do
on it. Go for it.
You said a d6, correct?
Indeed.
Bing.
1.
But most we are needing help with eine Fahrzeug. There is an airship we are constructing that needs a test flight. You shall be excellent crew for this project.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
That sounds fantastic.
For payment, after success, assuming all are still alive, you will each be allowed to select one thing from die Scheißkiste.
All right. Well, but first, can we talk about a little bit of a favor we might need to ask of you?
Make me a manipulation and persuasion -2.
All right. Manipulation, persuasion, which is basically just going to be manipulation. But hey, you know what? We need some help. I'm going to spend a willpower to make that a +1 instead. 3 successes.
Very well. We shall acquiesce to your request. What do you need to ask about?
So, in a couple of days, the Goblin Market's going to be opening up, and there's a friend of ours who's been taken to be brought to market soon, we think. We're going to need someone who's got a little bit of a better knowledge of how the hobgoblins in the market tend to work, because we're hoping to get her out safely.
Ah, you need to talk about these verdammten Wegelagerer, yes? Yes, they are known to capture your kind, leaving, how you call it, Arcadia. And what one finds in das Grenzland, the hedge, yes, one claims for sole property, ja, Wilhelm? Wilhelm just kind of turns over. So, you are needing to reclaim kidnapped friend. Well, trade is only way to reclaim it. Yes, many are known of these Wegelagerer to crave mortal luxuries, abstract, things that cannot be held in hands. Is maybe why they take this one, yes? She can make things that are, flüchtig, are ephemeral,
Would Neofly know of any kind of thing that she would be able to do to kind of do that besides
She is a musician.
music?
Sing.
She is a musician.
She can play a real good fiddle.
So, yes, has talent that is to be much desired. Wegelagerer have a tradition, yes. They capture, and as soon as they arrive in the market, if they can determine, they always send message back to individual from Arcadia who had first captured said person. It is how you say, choice they make in order to keep themselves from being persecuted and hunted them own selves. So they will first send message back to
the reactions to that from the rest of the group, because
and Oswald is doing as he's looking around, or Osmond I should say, the larger of the two, as he's looking around, seems to be taking this very much in stride. Wilhelm is doing it with with an air of almost detachment. He doesn't see anything wrong, anything threatening, anything problematic about the information he's giving you. This is just life the way it is.
That's fine. I was hoping our group.
Oh, for your group? Well,
because someone's just like, so Neo's going to be walking right into his potentially into his keeper. I want to see who might have registered that.
Well, there's 2 of us that have the same keeper, so.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't know that.
So yeah, given this information, What are your reactions? What are you thinking?
Phage is mostly just kind of keeping her face on, but you do see the faintest gritting of teeth, and it's like, it's gonna be a problem. And she just kind of, so do you think, in exchange for a few more favors, you might be able to help us with making sure she gets out?
Well, we do not spend much time in the markets ourselves. What are you thinking as far as favor or assistance?
Mostly we either need something that they want to trade for, or some way of ensuring that we can bring her back safely, basically. We just need some way of getting her out.
Well,
It's
once you have
important.
purchased her as property, you will be able to take her out with 0 issues.
What kind of trade would they be looking for?
Well, these mortal luxuries and ephemerals that they so much crave.
If I might, you're very... As Aaron completely loses capacity for words, you're quite versed in the mechanisms of various items and tools. Would you be able to help us understand what would be an accurate price, perhaps?
Well, unfortunately, in such negotiations and matters as they would be likely to engage in, you will be at a bit of, their mercy. Whatever they ask for, you will need to pay. When is a close friend of yours is very much common knowledge amongst my kind that you will be willing to pay whatever is asked. It is, shall you say, a seller's market in this case.
I see.
So we're going to need to sell them on whatever we bring to trade with them, and we need to not let on how important this is.
Yes, unfortunately for what you wish to trade, Osmond and myself will be of very little help. We work mostly in things that are very concrete.
All right. You got the information you need, Neofly.
I'll have to figure this out.
All right. Well, while we're figuring that out, let's say we help out the Wrong Brothers with what they've asked.
Can I get some clarification on that part of it? How long is this going to take?
Well, test flight, if all goes according to the plans and we are able to conduct this in rapid fashion, I should say maybe a few hours at most.
We were walking for a little over an hour.
This is
Yep. Yeah, best you can tell currently, if time is passing in a consistent manner, it's probably around 10:30, 11 a.m. right now.
Which is an assumption. Which is a bit of an assumption.
Which
to
is a
make.
bit of an assumption, yes.
To be fair, the time could also be moving slower.
so list.
Potentially.
Yeah, it's weird. This is, I don't know if I can use this way, but I want to try and use Panamancy to get an idea of what they might ask for at the Goblin Market.
Okay.
Can I use that?
Not at this point, no. If you're wondering whether, like, right now you're in the midst of a deal with the Wrong Brothers, and
Okay.
in exchange for the information that they've given you, you have to do a task for them. But if you're going to use Pandamancy to try and determine what they're going to want at the Goblin Market, you'll have to be at the Goblin Market.
Okay. All right. Never mind. All right.
And now, if you want to use Pandamancy to try and determine how quickly, what the quickest avenue to be done with this transaction and get on your way back to the real is here, you can definitely do that if you'd like.
is kind of curious about the airship, though. No, no, I'll do that. I'll use Panamancy to figure out if this airship idea is good or not.
Okay.
Because we don't technically need to do this to the information we got from them. Was there a deal attached to that?
That's what the airship
That's what
testing
the
is.
airship thing was.
Yep.
Sorry, you're cutting out for me. I didn't hear any of that.
Oh,
That's what the airship.
Yeah,
Yes.
the airship test is going to be part of the information that you've been given is going to be part of the payment for doing the airship test. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So I will use Panamancy to see what if there is a different way to do this airship thing, because Liz doesn't want to fall.
Oh, she
See
doesn't
how
want to
well
fall.
we can get through this safely.
All right. So as give me a wits and composure then.
Two successes.
As best you can tell, the airship seems to be the main thing that they're interested in. You could conceivably ask if there is something else to be engaged in that might be quicker. You can't necessarily guarantee, however, that it's going to be any quicker, any safer, or possibly less so.
Okay.
But the airship is what Wilhelm has put forth, and anything trying to alter that would definitely require some time spent in negotiations as well, and might not actually be a quicker solution. So, up to you.
Okay. Yeah, List isn't good at persuading anyone. So no, let's not try that. We'll stick with the airship because
I mean, it sounds fun.
no, I'm gonna try and. Is there something? Airships. Wow, is that big?
Well, I am certainly not adverse to this. I must point out that it was said, if all goes well.
We are having a little bit of technical difficulties. Hang on a second. Let me muck around with the displays here for a moment.
So this puzzle that is causing problems.
Yep, let me
Jack's
see.
trying to send video in multiple places, and I suspect that may be part of the issue.
Yeah, it probably is. Let's see if that has changed at all. Okay, I think we're back.
Okay.
Carry on, everybody.
Do you know where we left off?
I think the audio was going through just fine. It was just the video, so we haven't really left off, technically.
I should point out that it was said that it'd be a few hours if it all went well. And should by whatever reason we miss tonight's festivities, it will
Yeah, Lord
reflect
has a date.
very poorly upon those within the Autumn Court.
I suspect if it goes wrong, it'll be a lot faster but more painful.
Unless we crash land.
This one here, she has very insightful perspectives.
Unless we crash land at some uncharted place and have no idea how to get back.
Yeah, I'm with Adele.
Nothing in Grandsland, in Hedge is charted. You make funny jokes.
You know what I mean.
But do not worry. Should you crash, we have recovery crews on standby. They will retrieve you very quickly. All of the bits of you.
Well, the fastest way for
consider
you to
it.
get out of here is to get something done. So,
I agree with Phage on that.
Is that okay?
Let's just do this as quickly as possible.
Mhm.
They get out of here.
is to try and
Away
just
and
eat
do
and
it
then
later. Walk away and do it when we don't have
If
a
you are
matter
to
of hours.
be the walking away, how do we ensure that you are coming back?
Yeah.
No.
Also, let's remember that we
No.
don't really have
No.
time to do it later, because later is tonight.
Yeah, let's.
Tomorrow's the other thing.
it's still technically early morning out, assuming everything's linear, and it might not be, and it might be in our favor, actually.
I'll watch.
Let's do it then. Yeah, let's do it. We can do it. Take us to
Alright.
the airship.
Let's go.
So Osmond and Wilhelm will accompany you. Wilhelm walking first, Osmond kind of herding everybody from behind. To an enormous kind of hangar. And Wilhelm will open a small door with a very brightly polished brass plaque on the side of it that just reads Der Blitzreiter. He will open it up, and inside is a sumptuously appointed, very comfortably constructed cockpit of sorts, with a number of plush padded benches, levers and dials and handles and wheels, all sorts of mechanical instrumentation, of all this very bright brass manufacture, readings and needles, and several stations that are involved apparently in the piloting. He points out which levers you need in order to inflate the envelope, which levers are required to initiate the operation of the propellers, the rudders, and various steering mechanisms, and all of which is accompanied by there's this giant glass-domed sort of ticker tape machine that is constantly feeding out a series of printed papers that are falling into a box underneath. There's about 6 pages worth in right about now. Looks like it can hold another probably a couple hundred pages worth of readouts and data, which he informs you will be the results of whatever occurs within here, that they will then, on successful landing of this airship, be the data that will be collected and gone over for them to make the necessary changes and alterations in order to get this thing in full operating form.
Got it.
All right. Well, Liz, I think you're going to be heading this one.
Good luck.
I hop in. Look at all the buttons.
Page follows after.
There's a lot of them.
We did have the ones that we needed indicated, so.
Yeah.
Yep. They usher the other 4 of you in.
Mm-hmm. I
And
kind
now?
of, as I'm gonna be walking next to Adele in this one, and as I see Liz very, very adamantly hopping into the cockpit, I kind of just lean my head over to Adele and say, "Does she know how to drive?"
I don't suppose I
Gonna
could
get
watch
fun,
from the
guys.
ground.
9.
I really wish to.
I have a built-in parachute. Like packs her wings.
Do not worry. Osmond is great motivator and will give you all the inclination you need to accompany your friends.
Yes, let's be friends, Adele. Come on.
I can fly it.
I look over at Liz. If I die in the hedge and it is your fault, I am going to figure out a way to send every ghost in existence after.
And I'm probably going to be one of them, as Neofly gives Liz the coldest stare known to
Well,
man.
that wasn't very nice.
All right, both of you, get in here and let's get off the ground and back onto it as fast as we can.
And Wilhelm reaches out with a stick that he's carrying and taps a small sort of conical fixture inside. When we need to transmit instructions, they will come over this.
Okay.
It looks like you're like stereotypical old-fashioned loudspeaker cone.
Pretty
doesn't
much,
it?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to start doing things to get this thing airborne. And this is the point where I remind you that I have disadvantage, or whatever it's called, flaw. So I have no depth perception.
No, you
Oh
don't.
my god!
No, you don't.
This is the
Why
problem when
just
you
let her
have
hop
two
in?
members of the party that are really willing to humor anything.
I mean, I fought as hard as I could not to be on this thing.
That's not helpful, actually.
Yeah.
It would be more helpful if we got someone else in the driver's seat, but we don't know this, so...
Not yet. That's because Liz has not told any of you that this is a problem she has.
But Mira will look to Neofly. Is that really the best way to handle someone doing something intended to help you?
Well, all I can say is the only way she'll intend to help me is if she gets me through this in one piece.
And Mira would probably notice this because Mira is paying attention to social things. Liz is shaking. She knows
Mira
she is
will
nervous,
immediately
but
break
she
off
wants
her
to do this.
conversation with Neofly and lean over to Liz. What do you need?
Just watch and see if anything's coming.
Oh,
Like the ground.
Don't worry, you've got
No.
both of us here.
We will inform you if the ground is coming closer.
You'll probably hear screaming.
All right, all of you, shut up. We're gonna do this right.
I would hope
Teamwork.
so. Wrong means
Teamwork.
we're dead.
Teamwork time. So, yep, I'm gonna start.
And they begin to shut the door on you, and Wilhelm sticks his head in. Actually, in this part, wrong means great craftsmanship. Clang, and the door slips shut.
All right, Liz, you're at the helm. We are all here to help you out whenever you need anything.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start pulling the levers to get us going airborne. If this is if this is kind of like a blimp situation, so I'm gonna inflate the envelope.
Okay. So you pull the lever, and you hear the gas beginning to hiss in, and there's a slight shudder and lurch as this thing begins to lift off the ground.
And as it does, Fade's gonna turn around and look at everyone else. And I'd like to remind all of you that our odds of survival are significantly higher if all of you are helping.
Neo's going
That
to
is-
head to where the information comes up, the
Yep.
paper. He's going to stay as attentive to that as possible, kind of just to keep his eye out on that.
Okay. There's a number of, basically there's a constant ticking and clicking sound coming from this thing, and you see that holes are being punched in at regular intervals and at differing patterns, and once a card is full, there's a faint and it shoots out and just drops into the tray. And right now seems to be running fairly regularly, and the whatever language is being encoded into this thing is not one you're familiar with, but it seems to be performing on a regular interval right now, and there's no sparks or alarms or anything sounding from that you can hear.
Okay, cool. I'll just make sure to keep my eye on
the little
it.
klaxon sort of crackles to life, and you can hear Wilhelm's voice coming over it. Yes, everything is proceeding according to plan.
Okay. Where do you want us to go or do?
On my count, you will turn the wheel 17 notches to the left. 3, 2, 1, now!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going to 17.
17, alright. And the wheel shutters in, and you hear each of the clicks go forward, and it begins to rotate to the left as you rise into the air and suddenly are seeing the hedge from a bird's eye view. The canopy is at different levels. The sun is very bright, and as you come up, there's kind of a misty haze that's preventing you from seeing more than probably a good 1,000 meters in any given direction, but you're definitely got a lot more visibility than you've ever seen before.
Oh, this is bloody amazing.
And then there's as you begin to rise and the canopy, the vessel is turning to the left, suddenly there's a lurch as you feel a strong wind just grab this thing and begin sailing it out, probably at a good 7 or 8 knots, straight ahead as you begin to go.
Oh no.
We're moving forward. Just keep an eye out for things. Keep us steady.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye out for things.
Okay, give me a wits and composure.
Specifically told me to.
I will,
Can I
I
send
will
a
do that as
willpower
well.
on this?
'Cause I'm
Yes, you
helping
can.
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I got nothing else I'm capable of doing, so
Great.
I will also spend a willpower
wait.
because Dell does not wish to die.
0 successes. Okay.
Okay, I didn't actually roll the willpower. Oops.
Go ahead and re-roll it with willpower then.
Yeah. Sorry about that. 5.
All right, so
Nice.
everybody's keeping an eye out, looking for anything that might be coming from any direction. And Mira, you are the only one who notices from where you think you came up out of the thorns, and there are a few pock marks that look like clearings or openings that you can see. You see a plume of smoke rising a little ways away from the area that you guys just launched out of. And everybody hears Wilhelm's voice. Ah, good! You are doing quite well! Now, we will engage in verse test. You will follow my instructions, and what Osmond is shooting at you will not hit the airship.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Oh no!
It's hard.
And that is where we are going to end for the evening.
Oh my god.
I'm going to kill you all.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Oh
Goodbye.
god.